Uh, Killgreedy sent me his one of his first one of his oldest replays. One of my friends sent me a replay I had sent him a long time ago before my computer crashed and I lost them all. But it was his friend teaching him how to play StarCraft allegedly.
Yeah.
And there was a TVT on Metalopolis, and the first thing his friend did was fly off his base of the gold.
Yeah, that's what he was saying when we were talking at the start of the match that we cast.
Oh, it was so. He sent it to me. It's so funny because he's doing the old one of everything build. He's like, all right, what does a Reaper look like? And builds one, you know. And his friend is massing like a 200 supply Marine like 3/3 army. And I was just like, what the hell? Like he had no shot from the get go. And here we are. We are on Korhal Compound. This is day 4 of our tournament coverage. This is a live game between Killgreedy, who has been doing a great job of helping me co-cast these games. He is our purple Terran in the bottom left. And in the top right, we have Anammox in the gold.
This is Group C.
Yeah, I don't know what I said.
But
yeah, this is Group C. This is a bronze and silver level game. Which is still open for registrations, fellas. If you are a bronze or silver league player and you want to play in our first open tournament, you just go ahead and check out my website. It's listed in the info tab. There is a format for a quick email, just pretty much your contact information and Battle.net profile, and then you're in. I'll send you a link to the spreadsheet, including all the contact information for the players you're going to be playing, and we're off. So, by all means, if you are interested in what we're doing here, then you know,
yeah, guys,
should be
show some interest, show some support.
I mean, hopefully you're not like Killgreedy, where I have to twist his arm and throw him into a game to get him going. I mean, these games, you know, not everyone's playing every day. It isn't like we're all pros who sit around 15 hours a day playing StarCraft. So, you know. It's obvious, you know, we've caught some guys when they're in a little bit of an inactive streak. I mean, if you guys want to compare bonus pool, believe me, I'm no better. But, you know, these games have been a lot of fun. I mean, even our Group C games we've cast have been very, you know, balanced and exciting and, you know, intelligently played. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to feature player small levels, because there's definitely a lot of skill in this community and it goes very deep. Where
it's been nothing but fun for all of us so far.
Yeah, it's been great. It looks like the only difference we're seeing right now is Killgreedy going for the early gas, as opposed to Anammox sticking with the minerals only. I mean, we should be seeing. It looks like he's saving up for an expo right now, or maybe we'll see a second barracks out of him.
Now, what's interesting about that is that actually Killgreedy got the block off before Anammox's SCV got in there, so he doesn't have any clue really that he's going for the gas. And I think Killgreedy has his SCV stored up top by the expo, so he's going to see this SCV that's coming down and putting the CC down. He's going to see exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, knowledge is power. Macro actually, wins games, and scouting wins fights. I mean, that's pretty much what we're learning.
Yeah, that's how the games have played out so far. I don't know if he saw that. He did see that CC going down, so he knows that there's a command center coming out.
Yeah,
so he knows a reactor going up.
He knows if he's going to come with some early pressure that it's going to be effective, because there's no way that, you know, a one base early game that one, you know, if he focuses on army instead of on economy, it looks like he's going to opt to just expand himself.
Yeah. Now I would like to see a little pressure out of him, but this is also pretty safe. I mean, he knows he's safe from pressure. If his opponent's putting down the CC, he can get his down relatively easy too. So.
One thing I would like to mention is that Anammox has control very early of both Xel'Naga towers. I mean, it looks like Killgreedy has realized that, and he's going to take his own Xel'Naga. But it looks like not only does he have control of it, but he's rallying his troops to the to his Xel'Naga on the top. I mean, that's
true.
I mean, that's something that took me a long time to learn, how important that these Xel'Nagas are. But that's something that's nice to see, that these guys have made, you know, are also aware that, you know, this is super important. Now, I'm actually kind of curious what Killgreedy's going for here. I mean, he is going for a reactor. He's flying his factory to the reactor and building a starport, so...
It looks like a 1-1-1 with a couple of Hellions coming out, and I don't really know how Hellions fare against Marines, but I'm not too sure that this is going to be overly effective or as effective as he wants to be with the reactor on that factory, but it could work out for him. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean if he does go for a pure bio open, I mean we do see 3 barracks for Anammox. Those Hellions will do a great job, especially if they're positioned properly, of taking out Marines. Now, very well micro Marines will handle Hellions no problem, and you don't have as much leeway with TVT Hellions as you do in, let's say, TVZ, where
where you just set them there and forget about them.
Where you don't have to worry about
10
range.
Later, you're like, oh.
As we see here, I mean, you pretty much have to remember to back your Hellion out in between shots.
Yeah.
But they do massive damage to the Marines, so it's it's one of those scenarios where as long as you don't let them sit in there and take damage, like he just right there, just hit and run, hit and run, you'll be just fine. But but any lapse in judgment, like we're seeing here, and you're going to lose Hellions for free. But he is going to get into the mineral line.
Yeah.
And one thing that doesn't counter Hellions is SCVs.
Go figure. Who would have thought? Yeah, now he's gonna push that Hellion out. So
does the damage and get out. I mean, he did lose a bunch of Hellions in that push, but he did pick off 4 workers. He did lose some mining time in there. He was producing behind that, and he is coming out with a Banshee right now. So I mean, one thing he did gain from that push was he saw what the army comp was it's going up against. It's all bio. And there's no turrets. So those are 2 things he figured out by just getting in there. And you know, that's valuable, especially if you're going to be coming in with any sort of Banshee play. But this is a pretty interesting composition. He's going for the for Hellion Marauder Banshee, which, you know, covers all the bases besides air, but he knows that his opponent's going real heavy bio, so
yeah, that's true. So he seems pretty solid here as he's moving out along the right side of the map, trying to sneak around all these Marines there.
Now, do we have a... No, I thought for sure with the way he was moving them, he was going to have a medevac coming to elevator them up. But take a look at the income tab. We have a... It looks like it's about even. It looks like the mules from Killgreedy are keeping him in the game, because
definitely, because Anammox is almost doubling him in SCVs right now, so he's looking pretty strong on that front.
Yeah, the macro wins games, scouting wins fights. So we gotta see. I mean, he can see all these units that are standing here. I mean, he knows his whole army is just hanging out right outside of his base, but he is currently going for cloak. Looks like he's going to wait for the cloak to hit before he moves in. But he knows that most of his forces are queued to the front, so he is going to go in with these Hellions to an almost undefended main.
This is going to be nice.
Depending on how he micros this, and he picks up
his... Oh, I got the SCVs are coming in to attack the Hellions. I'm not sure that was the best choice for them. This could end up pretty grim for all those SCVs down there.
Well, they do get a pretty solid surround here. I mean...
Well, yeah, that's one good thing to point out too, is that they managed to get a good surround on the Hellions. Because the Hellions shoot in a straight line, they didn't get much splash on any of the SCVs there. And it looks like pressure at the front of Killgreedy's base is going to force this command to lift, and he may even get the kill off on it.
It has a long way to go to safety, so we'll see.
Yeah, and all those SCVs just got torn to shreds.
Yeah, we're looking at a even after all the damage that he was able to do at Anammox's base, I mean, he's still looking at an SCV deficit. But this is going to be well held off. I mean, as these units on the top of the ramp are dying, the ones on the bottom can't shoot anymore.
Yeah, so they gotta stop attacking and move up the ramp. So.
And that push is effectively destroyed. I mean, if he starts repairing this command center, it'd probably be a.
And he's got the SCV sitting right there. Come on, move it. Don't let it die.
Killgreedy, repair your command center. All right.
Please.
Oh, the reason he's not is because he's too busy killing all of his SCVs in his main with Banshee.
Oh, is he? Oh, he moved up with the Banshee, did he?
Oh, he did.
And he's got the scan down, but he just circled around those Marines and back into the main of Anammox, doing some more damage.
And he has enough to finally take out that Banshee. But we're looking at 34 worker kills for Killgreedy. 34.
Wow. Wow.
Now he has realized that his base is still alive, so he's going to repair that and get it back and reestablish his natural. I mean, at this point, I'd love to see him take a third, but he looks like he's going to be moving out with what he's got. It's a pretty scary bioforce. I mean, I haven't seen. How are we looking on upgrades for these players? We're at 0-0 for 0-0 versus 1-1. So the upgrades are definitely in the favor of Anammox, who also has 3 medevacs on the field. I mean, this may not be the engagement that Killgreedy's looking for, but after the damage he's done, I mean, it's only a matter of time if he can establish this natural that for him to really take a lead here. But he's got to find a way to spend that gas. I mean, he's almost at 800 gas right now. I mean, like I said before, Killgreedy went into this game kicking and screaming because I pretty much twisted his arm. He hasn't played in like a month, so.
I think we heard the boot hit his ass as you were getting him into that lobby.
Yeah, I was like, get in there. Anammox wants to play, and there's only 5 of you or whatever, so get going. You can't sit in the back and play caster all day. You gotta get in there and play StarCraft.
So Anammox has been pumping SCVs, well, almost this whole time. He stopped just now, but he's actually back up ahead in worker supply, and army supply is starting to even out a little bit. So I don't know. It's looking pretty rough for Dr. Killgreedy. He's got to get some upgrades out there, and actually drop coming in his main. That's spotted by a couple of turrets that killed a full medevac full of Marines.
And if you notice, Killgreedy's got his cloaked Banshee running around the map, keeping his army out of position. It looks like he may opt for economic damage when there's. Can he see this?
Well, he's got the medevacs right there.
Medevacs up,
yeah, they're gonna let him get the damage in there.
It was a nice idea to get him up on the high ground. That's definitely that's the way that Zerg love to place their testicles around the map, and all these little high ground patches that nobody can get to without a medevac or a Viking or something, or a lifted building. I actually saw, I think it was God, who was I watching? It might have been OGS 4GG.
Yeah. He
picked up a barracks in order to kill an overlord that was like hiding next to his base.
Yeah, on these 2 new maps actually in the ladder pool, Korhal Compound and Cloud Kingdom, a new standard build for Terran seems to be building that first barracks down on the low ground right beside that cliff, and then you get 1 or 2 Marines out, and then you lift it up so that you have vision of the Overlord and snipe it, so it's not sitting there all game and ready to transition into a Overseer and scout your whole base. And it's a new strategy that I saw going up that was pretty interesting to me.
Looks like Anammox is making a big push into Killgreedy's base, and there's a big step by all of Killgreedy's army, who's taking significant damage from the out-upgraded Anammox, but it's just not going to be enough. And there we go. Killgreedy takes the supply lead, and he is loading up. Looks like he's going to be trying to do exactly what just happened to him.
And a ninja third going down for Anammox.
And that may be extraordinarily vulnerable, seeing as Killgreedy's preferred path goes right over that.
Is it? Yeah, it's going to cross almost right on top of that CC too, so.
And this will be a great opportunity for Killgreedy to force a cancel, or maybe even pick off a. And there it is. He sees it.
Yeah.
Will he drop and stop this? He will.
Stops. Yeah.
He forces the cancel. He gives him an opportunity to heal up his troops, use up some of that pesky energy. But now we see Anammox mixing in a good number of siege tanks, and he is going to be forced to pull them back. But Killgreedy wisely realizes him spotting that command center means that he's also been spotted. Just falls back into a safer position and starts establishing his third base, which has already been turned into a planetary.
Right enough. So he's, I think he realizes he's pretty far ahead, so he can just pretty much sit back and, this medevac is actually going to scout. It's going right towards Anammox's third again, so I think he's got some pretty good ESP going on.
I think what's going on here is he's just this map, because you're in the corners. If that makes any sense. the what happens is if you try to go in one way, you see one expansion. You try to go in the other, you're going to see the other one.
Oh, that poor Marine's like, oh, pick me up. Don't leave me here. There we
I
go.
thought for a second he was just going to leave him there to see if he could scout third timing again, but looks like he's going to just kind of leave him out of the way. Probably go back to focusing on something else and then come back through. But now he's double. Now he is double upgrading. Looks
yes,
like
he's finally getting those upgrades in. So
he's producing more Banshees because you know if it ain't broke. I mean, you already spent the 200 on the 200 on the upgrade.
Yeah. So Anammox throws a scan at Killgreedy's third and notices that it's there, and I think he wants to move out. Looks like he's pulling all his forces in, and this gives Killgreedy the perfect time to, if he decides to go and drop at this natural of Anammox and maybe do a little bit of damage.
He's going to take out his third for the third time.
Ouch.
The third canceled, and he's going to take out his troops that are here.
Ouch.
And he's going to... So now Anammox decided, hey, I've tried these other two places, and they didn't really work, so let me try this other place. And here comes the big fight over at Killgreedy's base, and he's going to clean up all of Anammox's troops.
Ouch.
And his drop is still going on. Those Marauders are just not going to give up.
Looks like one of the medevacs went down, but yeah, he got two of the Marauders and a Marine saved. So if he decides to go and check this this weird third location again, which it looks like he just may pick up with the Marine there, if he sees it,
he's gonna miss it.
Oh, he just missed it.
He just misses the sneaky third. I mean, this is shown right here. Back to the old macro wins games. Anammox is realizing that there isn't much longer he can hang out on these two bases.
Yeah, I like that
here.
Yeah, I like he's been trying to get something out, and it doesn't seem like he's been able to sort of establish it yet. But at least he's aware of the fact that he's going to need more income once his main runs out and his natural starts to run a little dry, which they both actually are right now.
And if you notice, Killgreedy's back in his main with a Banshee. He is not giving up on that Banshee pressure, and he's forcing a lot of Marines to just hang around and just hope that he doesn't come back.
He likes that. He likes it a lot, and it's been working for him, so I don't blame him for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at 39 worker kills and 148 units killed from Killgreedy. That is a monster murder count right there. And it looks like the upgrades are starting to even out a little bit. I mean, there is a time, and this is something that I never really thought of until someone had to spell it out for me, but once everyone hits 3-3, the advantages of upgrades are gone. You're back to square one again.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, yeah, there's going to be a window of time between when Anammox hits 3-3 and when Killgreedy does, but the way this game has been going, it's only a matter of time, especially if Killgreedy takes a 5th or a 4th out of this. He's already got a massive supply lead. He's got his upgrades are not too far off. And he's got a decent position on the map. I mean, we see another huge army of Anammox coming in, but what are they going to run into here? I mean, yeah, a lot of these units have been stim without medevac support, but there are siege tanks in position. And here we go. And a third stim without medevac support. Siege tank is gone. All the units die without any, and those medevacs die for free.
Yeah.
I would love to see a second starport for Killgreedy. But that's one of those things you just don't even think of.
Yeah, I was about to say another starport for a couple more medevacs would be pretty great at this point. He's got the one up at Anammox's main, not really doing too much, which he could maybe drop the units in and force a little more pressure, but I think he needs something to get these units healed up and get him back in the game because, well, Anammox is a pretty bad rally point right now, but if he decided to mass up a big force, he could manage to maybe take out a lot of these Marines and Marauders with maybe 1 or 2 siege tank shots.
Oh, and another successful harass by Killgreedy at the third. Guess who's canceling for the 4th time?
Oh, no kidding.
And there's the cloak. Very wise use of cloak. He's not letting. He's not wasting it, and he just waits until the Marines stim, and then he cloaks up and flies away. And now he's spotted the sneaky base, and there's just and again, stuffed.
And there's a scan.
And he's, oh, I thought he was gonna escape with that one. But he forced double scans. A bunch of SCVs dove into the command center. I mean, at this point, unfortunately for Killgreedy, if he doesn't make a move soon, he's going to find himself in a pretty ugly position where he's going to now be behind a base where he has fought so hard to stay ahead.
He's got 2 command centers going down, actually, right at his 3rd, so he'll have them ready to move out eventually. He's got 2 starports with the reactors on him, too, so I'd like to see a little more medevac play coming out, and he's been pretty good with those drops in that harass so far, so if he can just keep Anammox contained, he'll have pretty free roam on the map to get these 2 command centers out to wherever he likes and get that economy back up, but it's going to be tough for him to hold on to the position he's got right now, if he doesn't do something about it.
Because now, once he he hasn't really established this expansion in the top left. His 3rd, which has been canceled 3 times, is just now going into an orbital, but he is pushing out another huge army of 3-3 Marines. I mean, I'm sure he's aware that he's a little bit ahead of the upgrade game here, but he has selected all his units. He is moving in. There is a circle of siege tanks and just a tremendous bioforce he's walking directly into.
Pretty scary. Anammox said it perfectly. Ouch.
Oh yeah. And here comes Dr. Killgreedy. Still no medevacs. I'd love to see him throw a couple of medevacs in here so he can continue to use Stimpack without suiciding his units, but I think right now he's sensing that this may go in his favor. He's just got to get out there and keep Anammox from establishing an expansion.
I think he smells blood. I think he does.
The time is now, Dr. Killgreedy. And I call him Dr. Killgreedy because that's his name and everything else besides this. But his name is...
You know what I was just thinking, actually?
What's that?
Was, I like how at the beginning of the tournament, before we even did any of this, you were trying to get the names right on the spreadsheet and trying to get everybody in the list or something like that. And Killgreedy's name you wrote wrong about 3 times is Dillgreedy.
Oh, because his email, yeah. I had his email wrong. So he's like, I didn't get an email. I thought I wasn't in the tournament.
Yeah. And ever since then, I've always wanted to call him Dr. Dilly. I don't know why, but it's just a name that kind of stuck. And
and he's attacking with SCVs. I think that's just a manor attack, and there come the mules.
Yeah, the manor mules too, showing that even gold or bronze and silver players can have fun sometimes.
Oh yeah. And there's the GG.